illustrious co-host, Metro Meta, the illustrious co-host, the regular at the Magic High School, the one who stands above all others, the one who will rise above, and I am joined by
Marcus Flowers, one Marcus Flowers on all social media platforms, aka Flo, aka call me what you want, just don't call me lazy, aka Going Arenado, aka Mr. Coursefield, aka that must be Jam because Jelly don't give it up like that, aka my mod player will beat the brakes off your mod player, aka come get these hands in Injustice too, aka Sasha Banks loves me on the Lodo, aka Marcus, you ghosted another one because you selfish, aka the Brunch Bounce Playboy, aka more sneakers than the league, aka hold up, wait a minute, let me put some pimping in it, aka I survived the Popeyes biscuit without having to drink, aka Sky's the Limit, aka catch me in 5 points doing hood rat things while on my shift.
all right, and this is Volume Two, Episode 8 of Dust Off the Cartridge. What was that? What was that face you just made?
Oh, sorry, I felt something.
As I was saying, Volume 2, Episode 8, Dust Off the Cartridge. It is February 10th. It is time for us to get into the news. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm definitely ready.
All right. I hope you're ready because this Valentine's Day, Blizzard is sending all of us a card. It is the beautiful gift that is Overwatch League, which returns February 14th. Everybody get ready. Everybody be excited. Let me see if I can look up what's the first match is going to be out here. Let's see. Schedule. Week 1, February 14th, first match. Philadelphia Fusion versus the London Spitfire. It is the final all over again. You know you got to do it to them. I can't wait. Followed by the illustrious New York's Excelsior coming up against the Boston Uprising. The boys are about to go back. Then we got the Seoul Dynasty up against the LA Gladiators. And to end the entire thing, 11:30 p.m. Oh, 11:30 p.m. Marcus, you know what happens at 11:30 p.m.?
It is. Give me 1 second. 1 second. It is the Shanghai Dragons versus the Hangzhou Spark. Did I say that right?
Yes, it is the Shanghai Dragons versus the Hangzhou Spark. Everybody knows what it's gonna do, and y'all know we gotta put one out there. Breakthrough. Shout out to my Shanghai Dragons, because I got a feeling in my bones they might be able to get their first win. I
Yeah,
can't
I think so
wait.
too. It's been a hard, cause they didn't win a game at all last year, right, or last season, right?
Nope, they went 0-40.
Yeah, so
The
I
longest
think
losing streak of any team
I
ever.
think they will. I think they may be able to pull something off.
Yeah, they've been training for the past 2 months, and they're going up against a brand new team that has no experience in the league yet. So hopefully they can bring the heat. But along with the scheduling, the people over at Blizzard did announce the Overwatch League Experience All Access Pass. They upgraded it from last year with a whole bunch of new stuff. So I'm gonna break down everything you're gonna get. It is 14.99, and it comes with the command center view, which is the big selling point. Similar to what they had at the what you call it at the World Cup viewer. This center view allows for you to view individual players instead of having to just follow what the commentators are saying. It comes with 200 Overwatch League tokens. That's enough for 200 in-game jerseys. It comes with a 20% discount on all Overwatch League merch, which will come in handy because I do want a Shanghai. I want a Shanghai jersey eventually. I want a Gagori Shanghai jersey. You can watch it ad free on Twitch. You get a joint pass. You get to join the pass holder only chat. You get to participate in Q and A's with the Overwatch pros behind the scenes. You get 2 exclusive chat bags, and you get to pick 3 sets of team emotes. Which, of course, as fans of the Dust Off the Cartridge, you will be picking the Shanghai Dragons. You will be picking the New York Excelsior, and then you get to pick your own team. But those two So you got to break through, and then you got to go ever upwards. So super exciting for Overwatch League fans, and hopefully it's going to be a good season.
Yeah, hopefully it will be.
But moving from Overwatch League to esports in general, esports have been making a big stride in this new year. We found a couple of stories. First up, the Daily Show did a breakdown of esports. If you happen to see it,
I did not. No, sir.
it had their resident white man go out and look at esports as a team and as a money generating thing, and it came to a very good thing where they're questioning again that ever having question are these athletes, and they just said, well, they making money, so it doesn't matter. They followed Team Liquid as they made it to the finals. So shout outs to Team Liquid and putting esports on the map with that. And into our second news story about esports, uh, Marquette University. How do you pronounce that?
Marquette.
Marquette University announces plans to launch a varsity esports team fall 2019. It will be the first in the nation run by a major Conference D athletics program. So that's super exciting.
Yeah, no, it is, and it just goes to show that esports are growing and they're actually being considered a legitimate sport now.
Yeah, super exciting. And it's something that the esports community, me and you have been talking about this a lot. It's something that the esports community needs. It needs that backbone. It needs that thing before the pros, so that players get developed both as people and as athletes. So that they get the discipline they need in order to be on that level.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, it's been a great thing to watch from afar.
Yeah. But from exciting news to somber news, Nintendo has announced that Metroid Prime 4 is restarting development. So, did you hear about this, Marcus?
I heard some of it, but yeah, this just sucks overall.
Yeah. So in their announcement, their CEO or whoever announced that the game that they were making wasn't up to par, wasn't up to their standards, and they have decided to restart development under the guidance of Retro Studio and its original creator. So it's going to be another 2 to 4 years, which sucks for Metroid Prime fans. But they were commended on their transparency, and for them to come out and just say, "Hey, this didn't work. We're going to restart this. We're going to redo it." So shout out to Nintendo on that transparency. As for why, there have been some rumors that Nintendo was trying to do a more Ubisoft type development with multiple studios around the world, and they just didn't have the communication system, and they weren't all in a row. It's a very difficult type of way to develop a game. But onto a newish segment that we're gonna add into our Fury, our game announcement segment. Not a lot of games have been announced. Of course, it's February; it's always slow. They did have that Nindy showcase with War Group, which is now on Switch, which looks interesting. Any fans for Advance War, but something I'm excited for. Um, coming out this July, Persona Q on the 3DS,
Well,
which
actually, it comes out on June 4th.
yeah.
You said
So
July.
oh, my bad. I wasn't looking at it. But
Yeah, that kind of sucks because I don't have a 3DS, so I probably won't get to play it.
that well, the reason why I kept my 3DS was for this game because it came out last year in Japan, and now we in the West are gonna get our hands on it. So super excited for that. Hopefully, I know this game specifically, this series isn't designed for the Nintendo Switch, but hopefully we can get a Persona 5 on the Switch. That'd be my dream. I'd pay $60 again for Persona 5 on the Switch. But
Yeah.
moving on, Switch Mini is definitely coming. There's so many rumors about the Switch Mini coming out and just moving around. The president of Nintendo said that it wasn't happening, but I mean, you're not gonna tell people not to buy your Switch when there's a new one coming. So obviously he's gonna say that. But uh, the Switch Mini definitely coming probably sometime this year, Marcus. I know you wanted to have actually a mini Switch. You were looking for like a smaller system.
No, I actually wasn't, but I don't get why uh there's a need for a Switch Mini. Like I get it, and like so the big thing about the Switch Mini is it probably won't come with the TV dock, but and you won't be able to remove your joysticks. So that's the only thing. But the screen tech has continued to improve. But the thing that they're really trying to do is get more mobile gaming, so more like mobile gaming on the Switch, which I feel like that could be a huge possibility and can open like doors for all kinds of different like developers for like indie games that are necessarily geared towards like Android and Apple, but when they can tailor it towards Nintendo Switch as well, that opens like a whole new door possibility. So I do get it in that sense.
Yeah. And then another reason why people are thinking they might come out with the Switch Mini is to replace the 3DS. As we said, Persona Q probably the biggest game coming to the 3DS. And the biggest game on the 3DS right now is Nexus, which is made by the same company, Atlas. So what many people are thinking is the Switch Mini will come with a price cut, so you can play the same Switch games, but it'll be cheaper, so that it's more accessible to children. But we'll have to
Well,
see
it's
how
not really
Nintendo does
that
that.
cheaper though. It's like $400. Like that's not just like an easy purchase. That's still like a lot of money.
Yeah, the Switch is a lot of money, so hopefully they can get the price down for the Mini. But on to the next story. Have you been following the saga of Metro Exodus?
No, but I do see how I think the decision to give it to PC exclusivity to Epic Games Store has caused a lot more problems than results.
Yeah. So for those of you guys who don't know, Metro Exodus is a very exciting game coming out February 15th. And a couple of weeks ago, Metroid Exodus's publishers announced that it will be exclusively sold on the Epic's Game Store. Of course, because unlike Valve, who does a 30% cut, Epic Games does a 12% cut of all profits. And this immediately annoyed the PC fan base, who, of course, is hard set on Steam, despite the fact that they know it's bad for them. And people have been fighting because the Epic Game Store is a brand new store, to be fair, but it misses a lot of certain things. It doesn't have reviews, which honestly, user reviews, I think they're trash. I never use them. Um, but it doesn't have a lot of things that traditional stores have, and people were upset that they couldn't get their game on Steam. If you purchased it on Steam, you will still receive it. You'll still be able to get the DLC, but no one now can buy it on Steam until it has a year exclusivity, which is something the PC game doesn't have. Uh, the PC gaming crowd, master race, whatever they want to call themselves, nerds, have been review bombing old games. Part of the reason why you shouldn't trust reviews, and they have been fighting the developers. There's been tons of forums. There's been tons of fights. One developer was so upset he even came out and said that if they pirate the game, if they don't do well on the game, they just won't put it on PC, which caused even more fights. But the creator of the series came out. He did an apology, but nothing's changing. It's still exclusive to the Epic Game Store. So we'll see what happens on February 15th. It is coming up against some. It actually doesn't have a lot of competition. It's coming out with Far Cry New Dawn, Crackdown 3, and Anthem, which Anthem's going to be shaky. Far Cry might sell well, and then Crackdown 3 just looks awful.
Yeah, Crackdown and Anthem looks awful.
Yeah. But on to our final sort of story. So, have you been following EA and Activision these past few months?
Yeah, 16% a 16% jump because of Apex Legends.
Yeah, that is actually very very impressive considering just a few days ago, before Apex Legends launched, both EA and Activision stock have been taking a pummeling these past few months after what they've been doing. Um, those of you guys who don't know, Activision is really down. Oh, that's bad. But these past few months, due to certain processes, for EA, it was things like loot boxes, canceling games, losing, and all those things. For Activision, it was uh, Diablo Immortal, it was losing Bungie, and it was low Call of Duty sales. And these two behemoths of the video game industry, they've been hated these past few months, and their stocks have been reflecting it. EA has been able to pull up thanks to Apex Legends, but Activision is going to have cuts, and they're releasing people from their job, which is very unfortunate for all involved. So we'll have to find a way. They'll have to find a way to just become more consumer friendly because the practices and the way they run their business now is just not working.
Yeah, no, they do need to find a better way to do business.
Yeah. So final story of the show. Kingdom Hearts 3. I've been playing it.
How do you like it? Because
Yeah.
I've been seeing online it's very mid.
Well, here's the thing about Kingdom Hearts to me. You have to go to a particular person if you want to find someone who's gonna like it, because it's a very particular type of game. Like if you are not used to things like comics and anime, and because like people say the story is confusing, and to a certain extent it is, but it's not really. Like it's only confusing because they keep changing names. Once you get used to the names and what everybody's called, it's very easy to keep track of everything. And so there's a certain type of person where I look at them and I go, "You're not gonna like this." So you have to get used to the storytelling. But the combat is really fun. It's very flashy. The worlds are very well designed. The Toy Story world, especially, had a very great self-contained story. I've been just playing the game in general. I've been going back and listening to my Disney. Like it got me into Disney movies.
Nah, I feel you there.
Yeah, I'm about 10 hours in. I got to Arendelle, so I'm excited to play that when I get some time. But you know, if you're used to like anime, if you're used to even just comics and just how that weird storytelling works, that Kojima Metal Gear Solid type of storytelling, I'd suggest you play it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've heard mixed reviews about it, so I'm gonna sit this one out.
But it's time for the boss battle. Should you play Apex Legends? Marcus, I believe you said you were going to try to play it.
I'm actually watching the download right now as we speak, so I will have a report next week about it. I'm very excited. It's actually 10 million downloads in 3 days, so
Yeah,
that's very encouraging news. So, and some of my friends they love it, so I think I'm gonna try to give it a whirl and see.
definitely a big boon for EA and for the Battle Royale. Respawn is a very special developer. We played Titanfall 2, which was an amazing game. You should purchase it. The single player alone was worth the price of admission. But I don't know if I can play Apex Legends. Like I don't like battle royale. Like I love hero shooters. I love Overwatch. I hate battle royale. And the fact that this game killed Titanfall 3, it's kind of hurting me in my soul. It just got me feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you there. Definitely
Yeah.
feel you there.
But Respawn has said that we might have some Titanfall content coming later on in the year. And they also, rumors around and based on certain time schedules, they also might be releasing their Star Wars game later on in the year. And of every single company that works with EA, Respawn seems to be the one that knows how to deal with EA. They know how to deal with like if you listen to the one of Respawn's employees did an interview with Eurogamer, and he said, "Look, we're making this game. We're making Timefall 3, and then we turn it into this. It's a battle royale. We just got bought by EA. It has loot boxes. It has microtransactions. There's no way that marketing campaign is going to work out. Just don't tell anybody and launch it on the same day we announce it, which is the smartest way to get around this. So I feel like Respawn has figured out a way to just be like, we got EA, but we can figure out a way to think around how the community is gonna react.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, but another exciting month of video games. Keep your eyes out on all the games we've mentioned today, and get ready for February 15th because it's about to be a battle royale of all the games coming out.
Yeah, I'm
But
definitely excited.
yeah, but like, comment, subscribe. Sorry we haven't been doing any content lately. We had a passing in our family, and we had to deal with that. But I did have 3 episodes of Metro Meta on the show for you guys, so check those out. And Marcus, take us to the ending.
Yeah, so this is releasing on Wednesday. We have a Super Flow Bro releasing on Tuesday. And once again, thank you for listening, commenting, subscribing. Thank you for your patience, and until next time, peace.
Peace.